Welcome back to another episode of Doorway to the Paintings. This is a painting that I really like a lot. It's really one of my favorites. I painted this probably maybe 8 years ago. I'm just guessing. Maybe around 7 to 9 years ago. Maybe 6 to 8. I'm not completely sure, but it's one of my favorites. I really like the style. I like the idea, the way it looks. The idea of a giant sea creature out there when you're in the boat and it comes out, as long as you're not the one in the boat, but it's just a fun story. I think a really fun story, a concept. Not that it hasn't been done in a way with Jaws and like Clash of the Titans with the Kraken, and stories like this have been with us for many centuries. And the fear of the water, the fear of what could be under the deep waves, that goes back for many years. This painting is called The Time of the Titans, and this is one in a series. I did a whole series of these, and this is the first installment in the series, and I really like it. And all of them are on redbubble.com, and they're on shirts and acrylic blocks and socks and backpacks, duffel bags, posters, just regular art prints and framed prints, all kinds of stuff. So check that out if you want. And it's really one of my favorite paintings. There's impressionism, some reality, but most of it's impressionism. And it's a painting that I was excited to do. In fact, I was so excited about this that I did a whole series. I mean, that's one of the reasons I kept making them. So let's take a closer look at it on this cool night. Here we go. Oh, there it is from the proper angle. See, I wrote here, The Time of the Titans, just to give it style and character. I really like the water. It's mostly impressionism. This is usually, the whole series is mostly impressionism, and there's realistic aspects to it, as you can see in the water falling off his body as he comes out, and the waves have some realism in there. There's a lot of impressionism in this painting, in the whole series, like the clouds. And in terms of inspirations, what inspired me? Well, just that general fascination people have with the ocean and what could be underneath it, the sea. And then that movie Clash of the Titans, the original one from the early 80s. That was just, to me, a great movie, great score, great acting. The new one was pretty good, but I do like the old one better. Good actors in there. And the Kraken was awesome. But the Kraken in mythology actually was more like a giant octopus. So I made this creature a octopus man, like a giant octopus man, split type of creature. Let's look at the face and some of the detail on the musculature, and he's got abs. How would you like to see that come out suddenly if you're in the ocean, if you're on the sea, on the waves, and then this thing comes out? Wow. And the mountains, the lightning. I'll zoom in on the clouds here. They're pretty impressionistic. And the boat. I made the boat kind of look like an ancient Greek boat in a way. I kind of thought of the Odyssey with Odysseus, and then I thought about Jason and the Argonauts when they took their journeys. So the Time of the Titans, just to add style and character, I put that there. And then you have your north, south, west, and east. I'll go back like this. Get the full view, pretty much the full view. Doorway to the paintings with the candle. What would it be without the candle? Give the show more style and character. Late at night, a nightcap into the doorway to the paintings. Ha 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 ha. There he is. He's taking us. No. But anyway, yeah, this painting, it's one of the reasons I like it a lot is because of all those inspirations that went into it. But it has style. It has character. The waves, I'm really happy with the waves and then the water. Even though it's impressionism, a mixture of impressionism mixed in with reality, I think the waves really look good, and it has realism to them also. Once I decided what color I wanted the water, I just kind of went over it lightly with a big brush. I dipped it kind of lightly in white paint and just kind of rolled it across moderately. And then when I wanted the waves to be more white and thick, I just pressed on the canvas a little harder. But yeah, it took me some time to do the painting because of the creature. I think I spent more time on the creature than anything else, because doing nature and landscapes is pretty easy for me. Doing creatures and people, I'll have to spend a little bit more time, but it turned out really well. I really like this painting, and it's one in a series. And the other ones in the series too are really good. They're worth checking out on that redbubble.com. Along with, I think I have like 155 or 160 some paintings on there now. So there's thousands of products because each one of those paintings is on like 70, maybe 80 products. So check that out when you have time. And yeah, and then another thing too, when they were talking about the shark attacks, remember in Jaws when it was late at night and Robert Shaw was explaining to Richard Dreyfuss and Roy Schneider about the shark attacks? That was another thing that inspired this. Just the fact about being out there in the middle of the night, maybe in a storm, like in my painting here with the lightning, and there's something under the water, something dangerous, a creature. That was such a good part of that movie. In fact, it's one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, when he was telling them the story about the shark attacks. Uh, that really helped inspire this as well. But a lot of it just came from reading like Greek mythology and some Norse mythology, and then just watching that movie Clash of the Titans. Those inspired me a lot. There it is, one final look. I hope you enjoyed looking at this painting with me on Doorway to the Paintings. So like and subscribe so you get a simple notification when a new video comes out. And hope you enjoyed looking at this with me. And watch out for this creature. Have a good night, everybody.